A factory bags fruit jam in a cylindrical tin of radius 5 centimeters and height 15 centimeters. The tins are then packed into a rectangular cartons, each measuring 60 centimeters long, 30 centimeters wide, and 30 centimeters high. Determine the maximum number of tins that can be packed in one carton. So first, let us get the volume of the tin itself. So volume of the tin, we know tin is a cylinder, so it is pi r square h, which is 22/7 times r, the radius is 5 times height, which is 15. This one gives us 178.57 centimeters. So let us get the volume of the carton. Volume of the carton. It is 60 times 30 times 30. So to get how many tins, number of tins equal to the volume of the carton, that is 60 times 30 times 30, you divide by the volume of one tin, which is 117.857, and this one will give you a maximum of 45 tins. So we will have 45 tins in that carton. An empty carton and empty tin weigh this and that respectively. The jam packed in one tin weigh this. A pickup which can carry a maximum of this kg is used to transport the jam. Determine the maximum number of cartons the pickup can carry. So first, let us get the mass. The mass of a packed carton. One carton itakuwa 56 grams, yes, plus 30. That is one tin. In empty carton, in empty tin, but there are 45 tins, so times 45. Plus the jam packed in one tin weighs this. So one tin also weighs this, the jam itself. So 990 times 45 tins. This one will give us 58.61 grams, which is the same as 58.61 kg. So number of cartons. So if the car packed a maximum of 600, then the cartons will be 600 kg divided by 58.61. This is one carton, and this one will give us 10 cartons. The factory delivered a pickup full of cartons of jam together to a retailer. The factory sells one carton to a retailer for Kenya shillings. This. The retailer sells each carton, each tin as is. Calculate the percentage profit made by the retailer. So let us see the the buying price of by the retailer. This is the buying price. There were 10 cartons. Each carton is 28, so times 22880. So huyu ananunua na ngapi? Ananunua na Kenya shillings 28,800. Hiyo ni buying price. So wacha tuone yeye anauza aje huyu retailer, selling price. They were 10 cartons. Now each carton it has 45 tins. So times 45 each tin huyu anauza 110, so times 110. So unapata total pesa atauza ni 49 shilling 49,500. Now profit, percentage profit equal to profit divided by the original, the buying price, times 100. So let us get the profit itself is 49,500 minus 28,8. That one gives us 207. That is the profit. So the percentage now is 20,700 divided by the buying price, which is 28,800. You multiply with 100. And this one gives us 71.875%. The length of each side of an equilateral triangle ABC is 10 centimeters. Calculate the area of the triangle correct to 2 decimal places. Equilateral triangle is a triangle whose all sides are what? Are equal. So this one is equilateral triangle. All sides are equal. And the side is 10. Equilateral triangle, each angle here is 60. That is the information you should have. Equilateral triangle, each angle is 60 degrees so that they can add up to 180. So it is very easy. We can use now the area of a triangle is given by a half times side sine theta, which is equal to a half times 10 times sine 60, because the angle here is 60. Which is the same as 43.30 centimeters square. Or you can use Hero's formula. Area is equal to the square root of S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, where S is the perimeter, that is 10 plus 10 plus 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 15. So area is equal to the square root of 15 times 15 minus 10 times 5 times 5 times 5. And this one will give you 43.30 centimeters square. So N can give you the answer. The triangle APC in A above forms a base of a solid triangular pyramid VABC. The perpendicular height of the triangle is this. Calculate the volume of the pyramid. So this one is forming a triangle at the base. So there is this one, there is that one, yes, and there is, so it forms a pyramid like that. So the height of the pyramid is 15. So calculate the volume of the, but you know that a volume of a pyramid is the same as the volume of a cone, which is a third base area, a third times base area times height. A third times base area times height. We have calculated the base area. One triangle is this area, so which is a third times the base area, which is 43.3 times the height 15, and this one gives us 216.50 centimeters cube. The pyramid VAPC in this above is recast into a cone of base radius 3.5. Calculate to correct to 2 decimal places the height of the cone. So the volume of of this pyramid and the volume of the cone will be the same, kwa sababu hii mabati hii pyramid ndio imekunjwa ama ikakuwa reformed ikatengeneza the cone. Therefore the volume they are going to have the same volume. Hiyo ndio kitu tunafaa kujua hapo. But tunajua the volume, we know that volume of a cone is given by pi a third pi r square h. That's what we know, by r square h. But this volume is the same as 216.5 kwa sababu volume na hii ni same. So tunataka calculate the height that we want h. So we are going to say that 216.5 is equal to a third times 22/7 times the radius 3.5 times 3.5 times the height. Do we have the height? We don't have. We are looking for the height. We are looking for the height. This is 216.5 will be equal to, you calculate everything here, you will have 12.833h. So h you divide by both sides by 12.833. So h is equal to 16.87 centimeters. So that is the height of the cone. The surface area of the cone. How do you get the surface area of the cone? Surface area of a cone is given by r square plus pi rl. So if this is a cone, to get the total surface area of this cone, first we calculated the curved surface area. This is the curved surface area. This one. Hii kitu yenye imesunguka hii hapa juu, hii ni curved surface area. Formula yake ni hii. Alafu hapa chini kuna circle. We know area of a circle is pi r square. So tunaongeza hizo mbili. Inatengeneza the total surface area. But before now we calculate, we must find the L, this height here, this slant height we don't have. But that is the first thing we should get. Now this one we get it like this. Here there is a height ambayo tumepata 16 kutoka hapa mpaka hapa. Kutoka mpaka hapa tuko na radius 3.5 lakini hatuna hii. So we use Pythagoras theorem to get that slant height because we need it here. We are looking for the slant height. Here is 3.5. Here is 16.87. So how do we get that? We use Pythagoras theorem. Slant height square equal to 16.87 square plus 3.5 square, which is equal to 296.85 is equal to L square. So L equal to 17.23. You square root both sides, you get 17.23, and that is the slant height. Now to tukishapata the slant height, we apply our formula. Pi, that is 22/7 times radius 3.5 square plus curved surface area, which is 22/7 times radius 3.5 times 17.23. So this one will give us 8.5 plus, and this one back up it to pay 9.53. So when you add, you get that the total surface area is 228.03 centimeters square. So kitu ya maana kwa hesabu ni kushika formulas. Imagine you don't know this formula, you don't know how to calculate the slant height using the Pythagoras theorem, so it becomes a challenge. Elim School bought 35 textbooks and 35 exercise books for Kenya shilling 13,500 from a bookshop. From bookshop A. From the same bookshop, Soma School bought 21 textbooks, 38 exercise books, and spent Kenya shillings 1,300 less than elimu. So Soma wataspend 1,300, so tuna subtract hapa 1,300. Hiyo ndio pesa Soma walifanya nini? Walispend. So let us form the two representing the above information, using X to represent exercise textbook, Y to represent the price of an exercise book. So we are going to say for elimu they spend, that is 25. Textbook we are using X plus 35, Y exercise books, and they spend 13,500. That is the first equation. The second equation, these ones, they spend 21, they put 21 X plus 38 Y, and they spend 13 less, so subtract 13 here, you will find it is 12,200. That is equation 2. So those are the two equations that you are supposed to make and get 2 marks. Use matrix method to determine the price of each item. Matrix. So matrix, weka hizi namba venye ziko hapa, usichange anything, itakuwa 25, 35, 21, 38, X, Y equal to 13,500, 12,200, like that. Kutoka hapo, the next thing tunatafuta ni determinant. Determinant tunapiga the leading diagonal, this one we call the leading diagonal, minus this diagonal, secondary diagonal. So it is 38 times 25 minus 21 times 35. That one gives us the determinant, and our determinant is 215. So the next thing we calculate is the inverse. Inverse equal to 1 over the determinant, 1 over 215, into, now you change this one, hii 38 inakuja hapa, 25 inakuja huku. So tuna change hiyo kwanza, 38, 25. Easy, the second diagonal, una change the sign. Kama ilikuwa positive inakuwa negative, kama ilikuwa negative inakuwa positive. So itakuwa negative 21, itakuwa negative 35. So by so doing, ukipiga hii times hii umepata the inverse. So our inverse equal to, this times itakuwa 38 over 250, 38 over 250 over 215, negative 35 over 215, negative 21 over 215, and 25 over 215, and that is our inverse. So the next thing, you pre-multiply the inverse with the first and this one. That is now 38 over 215, negative 35 over 215, negative 21 over 215, 25 over 215, which is our inverse. You pre-multiply with this one, that is 25, 35, 21, 38, X, Y, and then you do the same here, that is 38 over 215, negative 35 over 215, this one negative 21 over 215, and then 25 over 215. This one you multiply with this one, that is 13,500 and 12,200. So inverse times a matrix, the answer is going to be the identity matrix. sawa, it's going to be the identity matrix. So I is the identity matrix, xy is equal to, now you multiply this times this times this, you add that, you will get x equal to 400. This one times this, you use a calculator, negative 21 over 250 times 13,500, you put that question answer kando, and then 225 over 215 times this, you add, you get the answer as y equal to 100. So one textbook was 400 and one exercise book was 100 bob. In a bookshop B, the cost of the textbook was 5% less than that of exercise book, was 5 more than that in bookshop A. Kasuku school bought the same number of textbooks and exercise books as Elim school in bookshop B. Calculate the difference in the amount spent by Kasuku school in Elim school. So one textbook is going to be, wameondolewa 5% from 100, so itabaki 95%. 95% is the same as 95 of 100 times. The price was 400, so one textbook is 400, so times 400 tuone watanunua na ngapi. So watanunua na 380 shillings. Wataondolewa hiyo 20 bob. Exercise book, one exercise book wataongezewa 5% more, so that is 105 over 100 times ilikuwa 100, so watanunua na 105 exercise book moja. So tunataka kuona wataspend how much. So Kasuku school spent 25 times 380, kwa sababu watanunua vitabu the same which they were 25, and then plus 105 times 1 and times 1 times how many books? 35. So the total they spent is 13,175. Yes. So what is the difference from what they spent here? Here they spent 13,500, here they are spending 13,175. So the difference is that 13,500 minus 13,500, and the difference is Kenya shillings 325. The figure below is a quadrilateral triangle, a quadrilateral triangle, a quadrilateral figure ABCD, in which AB is 8 cm, PC is 6 cm, CD and AD are equal, tumeonyeshwa hivyo. Angle this one is 70 and angle this one is 50. Calculated to correct one decimal place the length of AC, So the first thing, join A and C. Now we have two triangles. We have two triangles from this kite. Now, calculate the length AC to two decimal places. But we can see, so if this one is A, using the sine and the cosine rule, now we are going to use the cosine rule. This one is going to be A, this one is B, this one is going to be small b, this one is C, this one is going to be small c, the opposite. So now we are going to use the cosine rule. So we want B square. So B square, this one here, B square is equal to be A square plus C square minus 2 AC cos B, because we have cos B here. So now this one B square is this 6 square, 8 square plus 6 square minus 6 times 8 cos 70. This one will be now. When you multiply everything here, you are going to have, so B, going step by step. So inatupea 32.833, that is B square. So now we want B. So B is the square root of this, square root of 100 minus 32.833, and that one gives us the square root of 67.166. So B equal to 8.2 centimeters to 1 decimal place. To 1 decimal place. The length DC. Now we want to calculate the length DC, right? DC is very simple. We can use Pythagoras, the Pythagoras theorem, or the sine and the SOHCAHTOA. We can use the SOHCAHTOA. So let me sketch this one. So we will have this here. This is right angle triangle here. So we want to get DC, but we know from here up to here is 8.2, meaning from here up to here is 4.1. Here is 4.1 and here is 4.1. Ninajua kutoka hapa mpaka hapa, na hii angle ni 2050. So aka peke yake ni 20 what? 25. So una extract hiyo right angle triangle. Sawa? C D. Here is 25. Here is 4.1. Sawa? Sasa utashinda kupata hii, unatumia SOHCAHTOA. Sawa? We are going to use the sine. So sine theta, which is sine 25, is equal to opposite. Remember we are here. So the opposite is 4.1 over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is this h here, over h. So we want h times h times h. So h equal to 4.1 divided by sine 25. So h is equal to 9.7 centimeters. H is equal to 9.7 centimeters. So you use Pythagoras. So tunasimama 25 hapa. This is going to be the opposite. This one is the hypotenuse. This here is the adjacent for this. The size of angle BAD. The size of angle BAD, this angle here. But before we get that one, we can get angle. This angle BAC, or we can get it all. So we know we can now use the sine rule. We know that B over sine B is equal to A over sine A. We want A. But we have A, we have B, and we have sine B. We have B. That means B is 8.2. We have B. From here up to here is 8.2 divided by sine 70. This will be equal to A 6 divided by sine A. Now we are looking for sine A. You cross multiply. 8.2 sine A is equal to 6 sine 70. You cross multiply. So sine A we divide by 8.2 both sides. So sine A is equal to, unafinya calculator hii, utapata ni 0.68757. Lakini tunataka A, so tunatafuta the sine inverse of this. So A equal to sine inverse 0.6. 8757. Sin inverse unachukua calculator yako. Calculator ndio hii. To place sin inverse unafinya shift alafu sin, and then unaweka 0 point whatever you want to get the angle, you get the angle. So sin inverse ni shift sin, or sin cos inverse ni hivi, tan inverse the same like that. Now this one gives us, so angle A is 43.4 degrees, but that one is just this angle here, this angle here, yes 43, but we wanted this the whole this angle. Hapa ni 50 na hii equal, so 50 minus 180 ni 130. 130 divided by 2 ni 65. 130 divided by 2. Yeah, so hapa ni 65, hapa ni 65. So 65 plus 43.4 itakuwa 104. So the angle here, the total angle will be 43.4 plus 65. Na inatupea 108.4. So the required angle is 108.4 degrees. Calculate the area of the quadrilateral ABC correct to 1 decimal place. We want now to calculate the area of the whole thing. To calculate the area of this triangle ABC, we add the area of triangle ADC. So area of ABC plus area of ACD, which is equal to a half times side 6 times 8, 6 times 8 times sine cos sine 70, sine 70, and then plus 1/2 times, from here up to here tumepata ni 9.7, kutoka mpaka hapa is the same, 9.7 times 9.7 cos 50, cos 50. This one will give us will give us 22.55, the first one, plus 36.04, and the total area is 58.6 centimeters square to 1 decimal place. Solve for x. Ukitaka kuexpand hii kwa urahisi, the square, okay, you can square it into, and you can do it in two ways. Ya kwanza, hii square, hiyo square hapa itakuwa x square, and then negative 4 times x, that's negative 4x. Negative 4x times 2 is negative 8x, so itakuwa negative 8x, and then negative 4 square is plus 16. Lakini ukiona hiyo ni ngumu, kitufanya ni unafungua tu venye tunafungua ka negative x 4 x minus 4 x minus 4, unafungua moja moja. This is the same as x into x minus 4, and then minus 4 into x minus 4. Unafanya hivyo. Hii times itakuwa x square, hii times itakuwa negative 4x, hii times itakuwa negative 4x, hii times itakuwa 16. So x square minus itakuwa minus minus itakuwa 8x plus 16. Unaona inafanana na hii. So unaweza tumia hiyo kama hujui kufungua na hii. So is equal to, so we open this one. This times this, we are going to have 2x square. This times this plus 7x. Negative 8 times 2x is going to be negative 16x. Negative 8 times positive 7 is going to be negative 56. The next thing now, to like terms together. Hii tuzipeleke pande. So we are going to have, I'm taking this one from the left side to the right side. So right side itabaki for 2x square minus, kwa sababu ikienda pande hii itakuwa negative, x square. And then hapa tulikuwa na plus 7x minus 16x. Nichukue hii kifuka hapa itakuwa plus 8x. Alafu kulikuwa na 56. Nikichukua hii ikuje huku itakuwa minus 16 is equal to 0. Now like times together, hii na hii itabaki x square. Hii na hii itabaki x. Hii na hii itabaki negative 72 equal to 0. Sasa namba 2 ambayo product yake, product negative 72, sum ni negative 1. The numbers is 9 and 8. But 1 must be negative, so 9 is going to be negative. Now tunakuwa na x square minus 9x plus 8x minus 72 equal to 0. Negative 9x plus 8 sitabaki negative 1x. Yeah, ndio sasa na make sure inaingiana hivyo. Now tuna group hizi mbili namna hii. The common factor here is x into x minus 9 plus the common factor here is 9, so is 8. So 8 into x minus 9 equal to 0. Now tukishafanya hivyo, hii na hii inafanana, tunachukua moja alafu tunaunganisha hii x plus 8 x minus 9 equal to 0. So now it means that x plus 8 equal to 0 or x minus 9 equal to 0. So it means x is equal to negative 8 or x is equal to 9. And you get your values there. Joyce cycled 6 kilometers from his home to school at an average speed of this. Peter walked 2.4 kilometers from his home to school at an average speed of x kilometers per hour. Peter took 16 minutes less than John. Determine the time in minutes that John took to reach the school. So we can get time taken by John. But we know time is equal distance over speed. So which is the distance is 6 kilometers for John na speed yake ilikuwa 2x minus 3. So that is time. Time taken by Peter. Peter took 2.4 km. It is 2.4 kilometers divided by the speed, which is x. But by so doing, nani alifika mapema? From home na vile. Peter took 6 minutes less than John. Kwa hivyo, huyu alichukua 6 minutes less. Hivyo huyu alichukua more time. So tukichukua time ya John, to subtract time ya Peter, tutapata the answer is 16 minutes. That's what it means. So time for John, 6 over 2x minus 3. We subtract 2.4 over x for Peter, time for Peter. The answer should be 16. 16 is in minutes. Now we can put it in hours divided by 60. So by so doing now, we get the LCM. I can get the LCM of this first on this side. This one is going to be x into 2x minus 3. That is the LCM. Kwa hivyo, hii inakuja mara moja, tutakuwa na 6x minus hii inaisha na hii, so tutakuwa na 2.4 into 2x minus 3. So tunakuwa na 6x minus 2, this is itakuwa 4.8 x minus hii times hii itakuwa 7.2 and then divide by the LCM, which is x square, 2x square minus 3x, which is equal to 16 over 60. So naweza like terms hapa together ama tutoe we can cancel this 4 here, 4 here, 15. Now we can cross multiply everything like this, that. So 15 times this, we will have 90. X minus 15 times 4.8, 72x, plus 15 times this, we will have 108 is equal to 2x squared times this, we are going to have 8x squared minus this times this, we are going to have 12x. After that, now we like terms together, we subtract this and bring this here. We are going to have 8x squared plus 72 equal to, 18x plus 72 is going to be 8x squared minus 12x. Let us write terms together again. Hii ikikuja pande so tunaenda kuwa na 8x squared. Hii naenda hapa itakuwa subtraction, so itakuwa negative 108x. Hapana, itakuwa negative 30x and then minus 108. Kumbuka hapa tulikuwa na 90x minus 72x ni 18x, sawa? Plus 108 is equal to 8x squared minus 12. Sasa tuka like terms together. So nikaanza na hii 8x, hii ikikuja pande hii itakuwa 18x minus 12x minus 18x itakuwa negative 30x. 108 iko positive hapa, ikifuka hii side itakuwa minus, is equal to 0. Na kufika hapo tunaweza solve tukitumia the quadratic formula. So x is going to be, also we can even simplify this further. This one will be divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, so which is going to be 4x squared minus 15x minus 50. 4 is equal to 0. It's going to be easier that way. So x is going to be 15 plus minus, using the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is equal to minus b plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is the quadratic formula. So x equal to negative times negative itakuwa 15 plus minus square root of 15 square minus 4 times 4. Our a is 4. Our a is 4 times c. Our c is negative 54. Negative 54. And then divided by 8. So this one will give us x is equal to negative 2.25 or 6. But x, what is x speed? So we take speed to be positive, so we take the one that is positive, which is, so x is equal to 6. So lengo ilikuwa to determine the time in minutes that John took. So John alikuwa na travel 6 kilometers, so ilikuwa 6 kilometers divided by the speed now is going to be 2 times 6 minus 3. So it's going to be 6 over 9. But this one is in minutes, so times 60 to, this is in hours, we convert to minutes. So 2, 3 here, 2, 3 here, 3 once, 3 here, 20. So John took 40 minutes. The masses of 40 adults who attended the health clinic were recorded as follows. Complete the frequency distribution table below for the above 4 marks. Starting, the class size is 5, starting with the class 40 to 44. So tumeanziwa na 40 to 44, ni wewe ndio uendelee. From 44 tunaenda 45 to 49, 50 to 54, 55 to 59, 60, because the size, the class interval ni 5. Now to get the frequency, unaanza zile ambazo zote ziko kati ya 40 na 44, 40 na 44, and then you cancel them. So unaenda tu unazitafuta hapa 40 to 44, so unaanza na hii 1 unaitoa. 40 to 44, 2, 3, 4. Umeona simeisha, they are only 4. So the frequency there is 4. You do the same thing, those that are between 45 and 49. So unaangalia tu hapa 45 to 49, 46 moja, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7. So you do the same carefully. Actually ukimake mistake hapo imeisha. Once umemake mistake kwa kutafuta hizi, now baada ya kumaliza lazima make sure ukiongeza hizi mpaka hapa lazima zifike 40. Hivyo ndio uko sawa. So the next one is 8 because of time. 6, 7, 3, 5. When you add this one, summation F should be 40. Lazima ikuwe 40. So how do you get the midpoint? Midpoint unaongeza 40 plus 44 divided by 2, which is 42. Sasa ukishapata ya kwanza unaongeza 5, 47, 52, 57, 62, 67, 72. That is the midpoint. Fx, now we have F, we have X. You multiply this times this using a calculator very fast. 168, 329. So unaenda and then you get the sum. The sum unaongeza hivi carefully, calculator tena unarudia. Ada ya kwanza na unarudia to make sure that kama umemake mistake umerekebisha. So how do you get the CF? The CF inatoka from the frequency. So the first one is 4. So 4, the next one is 4 plus 7, so, which is 11. The next one is 4 plus 8, which is 19. 19 plus 6, that is how you add. So it is 19 plus the next one, which is 6. Inakupea 25. 25 plus 7, inakupea 32. 32 plus 3, inakupea 35. 35 plus 5, inakupea 40. Kwa hivyo the frequency, the CF, cumulative frequency at the end lazima ikuwe total ya frequency. Hiyo ndio kitu lazima uchunguze. Now after doing that, you will have scored your marks 4 marks. State the model class. The model class ni ile class ambayo iko na highest frequency. Highest frequency. So ukiangalia the highest frequency hapa ni 8. Kwa hivyo the model class is 50 to 54. The model class ni yenye kuna highest frequency. Estimate the mean. Mean x bar is the summation fx, hii yenye tumeongeza hapa fx divided by summation f. Summation hapa ni 225, you divide by f, which is 40, and the answer is 56.25 kg, because it was in kilograms, I guess. Yeah, it was in kg. The median used the formula. Median is equal L plus n over 2 minus c I over f. N is the frequency, is the total frequency. Sum of the the frequency 40. N is 40 divided by 2, and the c is the cumulative frequency above the class. I'm going to show you that, and then f is the frequency and I is the class interval. Lower is the lower limit above the class. So our class is going to be, tulikuwa na 40 divided by 2 itakuwa 20. So we come here, tunaangalia our median lies between 25. Hapa mahali cumulative frequency ni 25. So our class is 55, 59. So the lower limit of 55 is 54.5. So L is 54.5 plus N ni 40. 40 divided by 2 itakuwa 20 minus cumulative frequency above. So hapa class yetu iko 25. So the cumulative frequency above this class is 19. So that is 19 divided by the frequency on that class. The frequency in the same class is 6 divided by 6, and then times the class interval, which is 5. The class interval, which is 5. So this one will give you 55.33 kg. The equation of the curve is given by this. Find the value of y when x is 2. So unachukua the value, the y, and then you substitute. So y equal to 1 over 3. Badala ya x tunaweka negative 2 raised to power 3 minus 1 over 2 x, which is negative 2 raised to power 2 minus 2 negative 2 minus 1 over 3. This one will give us negative 8 over 3 minus 2 plus 4 minus 1 over 3. And the answer is negative 1. The answer is negative 1. So y will be negative 1 when x is negative 2. The equation of the tangent to the curve. So first we have to get the gradient function. So the gradient function is dy over dx. We differentiate this equation, and that one will give us, when you differentiate, itakuja hapa ikuwe 3. 3 times a third itakuwa x. So we have x square minus x minus 2. That is the differentiation. So at x is equal negative 2, we substitute here to get the gradient. So the gradient equal to negative 2 square minus negative 2 minus 2. And the gradient is going to be 4. The gradient is 4. Now we have the gradient and we have the point. So the point is negative 2, negative 1. Because y is negative 1 when x is negative 2. The gradient is 4. So the equation is, we take the general, we take that point, and then we take the gradient to form the equation. Now the equation is change in y over change in x, which is y minus minus 1 and x minus minus 2. The answer is 4. Yes. So that's y plus 1 over x plus 2. The answer is 4. So this one is y plus 1 equal to this 4x plus 8. So y is equal to 4x. Hii kikuja peta kwa minus, so plus 7. And that is the equation of the tangent to the curve. That is the equation of the tangent to the curve. Determine the coordinates of the turning points to the curve. At the turning point, the gradient function is equal to 0. At the turning point, dy over dx, which is the gradient function, is equal to 0. So now we have that one, which is x squared minus x minus 2. The answer is 0. We get the value of x there. So this one is going to be x minus 2, x plus 1. The answer is 0. Unatafuta namba mbili, ukimultiply inakupea nini? Inakupea 2, negative 2. Ukiongeza inakuwa negative 1. Which numbers are those? The number is 1, the number is 2, and the number is negative 2, negative 2, 1. Sawa? Yeah, the numbers are these. Ndio maana nimefanya hivyo kwa haraka. So it means x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 1. X is equal to 2 or negative 1. So when x is equal to 2, y will be, you substitute now y, this 2 here in this equation to get the value of y. Will be 1 over 3, x is will be 2. Itakuwa positive 2. Minus I have 2 square. We are substituting the value of x in this equation to get the value of y. Minus 2 minus 1 over 3, and it gives the negative 3 2 over 3. That's the final answer. When x is negative 1, then y will be 1 over 3 negative 1 into 3 minus a half negative 1 into 2 minus 2 negative 1 minus a third, and the answer is going to be 5 over 6. 5 over 6. So the turning point now, we have the value of x, the value of y. The value of x, the value of y. So the turning points, tutakuwa na ya kwanza, which is negative 1, 5, 6. And when x is 2, this one is negative 3, 2 over 3. And this one I call the turning points. Thank you very much for your time.